The right-hand side of your screen where Mbuthuma, who turns 25 today, by the way, will wait in earnest for his first touch. They play in
defense. That five tends to be five in the middle when they go forward. Even when they lose the ball, it means they can hold or be able to win it back immediately. That's the whole plan, of course. Whether that will happen remains to be seen.
Possession is the order of the day. Lovely ball here to Oswin Appollis. Across, not quite of the same quality by Saint-Éloi. But the first push forward will rewarded with a corner kick.
The right foot back obviously likes to go forward, given the opportunity with Pirates in position. He peels off beautifully, he receives from Appollis and tries to deliver, but well protected. They can only hope that the five in that middle will do a bit of screening.
A lovely play here towards Mbuthuma. It's a solid defence once again. This man is so influential. Tariq Fili's long third start of the season. They've both played once as a sub.
It's key for them. They stop playing their usual game.
Oswin Appollis pulls the trigger. Oh, it's a difficult bounce of the ball. It might have been going wide, but Mbuthuma doesn't want to ruin his birthday party.
Taking no chances. Yeah, the field as well has just been watered, so as soon as it lands, it can play tricks on the goalkeeper. It does very well.
In the opening 8 minutes for the Buccaneers, little dink in towards the centre, and it nearly falls for Siema. They'll have another bite of the cherry here. Clearance made by Mofokeng. So often the defenders come back to attack. Now, Atini Makokolo. Makokolo getting away from Kamahalo. So Billy's away here. Is Makokolo. Open up his body, looking for that inside of the left upright, and not a bad ploy from the 23-year-old. He's got 4 goals a season, 3 of them in the league. That's a good effort.
Fantastic. Very decisive in his aggression to try and beat the defender. Here, he aligns his body, leans a little bit to the left so that he can open up his angle to curl it into that far post. But had he looked across, Extian was running a little bit more central, a roll across the face of goal, maybe Extian instance. So I think that is what they will be looking at. It might work for Amazulu.
Mofokeng with a little turn. Liam Byrne in front of him. Mbuthuma! Goal! Too much space off it by Fili's and Saint-Éloi. And Mbuthuma finds the back of the net. And it's been a long time since he scored. 3-0 against Marumo Gallants. He scored the opening goal with Maswakani and Mofokeng. All the way back on the 15th of February. This is a great goal. It's an important one.
What beats me is you're defending with 5 and you still allow the player to sneak the tall defenders. That is very poor from Amazulu. The reason you have the numbers, you don't want to give an opportunity to anyone. It's 1 player against 3. Look at all the green shirts in there, and there's only 1 black. That is very disappointing. I would be very disappointed with that.
I'll tell you what, Wandile Dube, who was put into that position, was the man who was caught out.
And what Mbuthuma did was just a small drift backwards, leaving Dube.
Good pressure being exerted in the middle of the park. Ball reverts to Saint-Éloi. Important role for Saint-Éloi today. Ball over the top. Opportunity for a second goal for Orlando Pirates, and can't keep his feet. Can this young man who's making waves all over the place?
Look where he finds himself. Very central. He's coming from the right football position.
How's that for Tariq Fili's? It's almost inside the penalty area of Orlando Pirates. Now Appollis though. Oh, it's a lovely ball through the middle. Delightful stuff from Orlando Pirates. Moremi with a chance. That's a solid defending from Keegan Allen.
In tune with the game. Realize that him staying on the wide right and going to help. He's going to tuck in a little bit narrow here. Look at where he comes from here. But he realized the danger and he needed to come through, and Moremi does well, of course, to spin in between the defenders. Look at the pass from Appollis. Totally unexpected.
Of the possession, well, that's changed around now. It's a lovely ball back in towards Mbuthuma. Mbuthuma sneaks in between the defenders. A little bit sleepy from Fili's, but
yeah, Fili's turned around, but like you said, did well to recover that quickly. He had no idea where the ball was. And I guess
Mbuthuma. Mbuthuma. It's a lovely play from Orlando Pirates. Moremi. Little dummy Allen. It's done beautifully because he didn't overreact with the first shot from Moremi. Sort of half reacted, kept his feet. Gets the deflection. Good play.
Just watching Mbuthuma is unmarked. None of the two were closest to him to make the block. That for me is maybe something.
As he shakes off both Liam Byrne and Hanamub. Oswin Appollis. Both the wing players playing inverted at the moment. Appollis! Oh, big deflection from Mtetwa.
In all position that he played here, Appollis, because he's right-footed, he cuts in, he drifts into the inside, and it opens up in front of him, and he lights up a shot, takes Mtetwa to deflect it for a corner.
That Amazulu last won a match is an interesting statistic because since then, up until now, there hasn't been a season double by Orlando Pirates. There's Moremi in space, he's got to score surely. High corner. Kept his pose, Adam Zimela uses the feet. Moremi.
Look at Moremi, who peels in between the fullback and one of the central defenders, Dube in this case. But Dube recovers well, he just barely gets
for company as well. Toba, Mofokeng, Appollis. Oh, Appollis gets past Liam Byrne. Will he pull the trigger? He does! Beautifully done! Lovely football from Oswin Appollis. Pirates double their scoreline in first half stoppage time. Are they unstoppable today? It's a beautiful goal from Oswin Appollis.
There might be that once Appollis picks it up and he peels a little to the right, there'll be a defender immediately. But look at the space. He prepares the ball. There's still nobody close enough. There's 5 of them. That's the problem when you have that many that doesn't quite understand their responsibility in such situations. Oh, it's well taken. Out of reach from Zimela.
It's a thing of beauty, really. He just stops Liam Byrne in his tracks, goes for space in the middle here, and Relebochile on the turn. He got his position into his body into a nice position. It just didn't get enough curl on it. Lovely patient.
The idea was perfect, was just to see if he can wrap his foot and get a real good kill into that far post.
This was good. Makaula. Remember him from Free State Stars many moons ago. Opportunity, the ball stays on side, and Mbuthuma should have had a second goal today, and Pirates a third. And suddenly, Amazulu were caught on the...
What happens here is earlier on, Moremi gets brought down, and as a result, he's not able to continue with the action. I'm thinking maybe Mbuthuma had in mind that Moremi was still running on that far side. I don't know if we were able to pick that up. Actually, it's Keegan Allen that brings him down, and the action was
play by Mofokeng and company. And again, Keegan Allen knocks over a player. Keeper's done brilliantly in Zimela from Oswin Appollis.
He got away with it this time, and this time around, oh, this is very deliberate. But just as well, Zimela still needed to do some work in keeping.
He had no place being there. You've heard that before. This is Moremi, goes around Keegan Allen, makes the delivery, keeper makes a good intervention, and Tetra clears. That's all Pirates at the moment. Mofokeng. Mofokeng again, sweeps it into the back of the net. Mofokeng style, double figures in the Betway Premiership. 3-0 for Pirates. Unstoppable on the day, surely.
Now, he rolls it across here. Moremi has the opportunity. He just rips Keegan alive, and the clearance is made, but there's not enough pressure on the ball. Mofokeng picks it up again. Oh man, who was that? Mtetwa that stops it, knowing that he's coming. Oh, and it's got a spin to it. He's on the run. That's a great goal. You don't see those type of goals that often. Reminds me of the Ronaldo. So teams have got to do their own marketing in acquiring sponsors elsewhere.
Lovely turn. Brilliant save. Appollis. That's a handball, surely. Penalty. The referee gives it. Is it a dog so?
There's no VAR, of course, to be able to help Philly's course here. Does well as Radio Pane as it tracks the ball behind and slams a hard shot. It's difficult to tell. It could have been anywhere.
Immediately there was an appeal though. Let's have a look at this. Oh, you can't see it all from that angle.
It looks a little...
8 times in the starting lineup for the 20-year-old who's come through the junior ranks almost as a left-sided fullback. Whether he'll play fullback or not, probably won't. He'll probably play more of a winger in front of Rian Hanemoop. Mofokeng against Nzimela. Oh my word! One could have guessed against that. It did seem to come off almost the tricep, sort of the elbow area, and going for that the highest of the top left-hand corner, underside of the crossbar, and Mzimela happy to see it